Welcome to Motion System World. My name is Julia, I'm from Hamburg, Germany, and I'm a Pilates body motion instructor. Today I will give you a class for the back, but it's not actually a basic class, it's more than level 2, maybe some things are level 3 class, and we will use the foam roller right on the side of me. For me it's important in a good Pilates back class that you have all directions of the spine moving and of course stabilization and mobilization, and I always think it's important to use something shaky like instability ground, and we will use the foam roller with this. We will start in the sitting position. That might be some different starting position as you know, so enjoy. Put the foam roller right on your thigh. Your legs are crossed. If that's not okay with you, just straighten them and put the sole of your feet together. If you like, you can close your eyes for the first minute and feel your sitting bones connecting with the floor. Elongate your spine up to the ceiling and pull the crown of your head up to the ceiling. Feel the breath floating inside you, going down to your stomach, going to your belly. Open and close your rib cage. Your arms are very relaxed somewhere on the foam roller, while you straighten up with each inhaling a little bit longer to the ceiling. Start to breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Feel the breath going to the sides of your rib cage, and then start exhaling. Bend your head down to your chest. Feel the stretch on the back side of your neck, and breathing in, come back up. Breathing out, roll down all the way down to the floor. Let your arms just fall, drop down to the floor. Feel the foam roller connecting with your belly. And when you breathe out, start to activate your pelvic floor and pull your deep abdominal muscles to your back. Next time, breathe out. Take a nice roll up to the ceiling and straighten your spine. Inhale and stay, and exhale, go down again. Nice roll down to the floor. Inhale, stay here. Exhale, activate your pelvic floor. Pull your deep abdominal muscles inside and come back up. One last time, breathe in and stretch to the ceiling. And breathe out, let yourself just nicely and slowly roll down, connecting with the floor and with the foam roller. And breathe out, come back up, center yourself, and let your arms go to the side and grab your foam roller with just a little bit of strength, as less as possible. Inhale and exhale, let your shoulder blades float down to your pelvis, down your back, and lift your foam roller up to the ceiling. Inhale, back down. Straighten up a little bit more. Pull the crown of your head up to the ceiling while your shoulder blades are running down, falling down to the floor. Breathe in, come back. One more time. Enjoy to loosen up your shoulders. Feel the length of your body. The foam roller in the air just in front of you, and start with your spine twist. Breathe out, twist to your left side. And breathe in, come back to the middle. Breathe out. Straighten up, straighten up your spine a little bit more and come back to the middle. If you like to take a picture, it's like you have an old towel, the last bit of water pressing out of it in the moment when you twist to the side. Breathe out, each time a little bit longer and wider to the ceiling. Breathe in, come back. Stay on your left side. Put your foam roller down to the floor. And let's go to the Mermaid Seats. Make sure your sitting bone on the right side stays as close as possible to the floor. Elongate your spine up to the ceiling. And let only your right arm float up, straight a little bit more. Let your shoulder blade fall down. Breathe in, open up. One more time. Elongate your spine a little bit more while your shoulder blade is falling down your back. And even if you can stretch, or when you can stretch, not just a little piece longer. And breathe to the side, to the upper side of your rib cage. Breathe out, come back, and find your length again. Lengthen up, float your arm to the ceiling, and take a big bend to the side. This time you will stay. Make sure your sitting bone on your right side is still pulling to the floor. And then take a pelvis curl or coccyx curl. Turn in and pull your foam roller to your knee. Breathing out, push the roller to the front. Make sure you get round a little bit up more in your back. Breathe in, stay here, only your elbows are bending. Breathe out, your right shoulder pushing a little bit farther to the floor. Breathe in, come back. One more time, exhale, straighten up your arms. Take your left hand back in the middle of your foam roller. Come back up here. So let's make this a little bit bigger. Next time, lift up your pelvis from the floor. Big bend to the side. Breathe in, come back. Let's make it a little bit faster. Breathe out. Big bend to the side. Your shoulders are still pulling down to the pockets of your pants. Last time, stay again here. Stretch a little bit more, open up your rib cage to the ceiling. And maybe you like to open up to the ceiling even a little bit wider. Rotate to the ceiling. Rotate back to the front. And come back down. Swing your legs to the front. If you like, straighten them up. If it's too hard for you to straighten the back, you can bend your knees slightly. The foam roller floating up again, your shoulders floating down again. Now do the twist again, the spine twist. Breathing out, twist to your left side. Elongate your spine. Come back to the middle, breathe in. Exhale, other side. Maybe you can feel that there's a difference in turning. Or is there a difference for you? Is there one side which feels a little bit more space, a little bit more range of movement than the other side? And turn to the other side. Is there any difference you can feel? Maybe yes, maybe not. One more each time. Elongate your spine and twist. Come back to the middle. And one last time. Turn. And let your Pilates foam roller go to the floor. Swing around with your legs. Arms long. Connect your sitting bone to the floor or as close as possible to the floor and straighten up your spine. Exhale, and your arm is going up to the ceiling. Your shoulder blade down to the pockets of your pants. Inhale, let it float down. One more time, straighten up and elongate your spine a little bit further. And there's no more room to go up again. That's the point. Next time you go in your big twist, the small one first. Stay here, breathe into your rib cage up to the ceiling and breathe out. Come back slowly and enjoy. Breathe out, long spine, long side bend. Breathe in and enjoy the way back. One more time. Elongate, bend, and now coccyx curl first. Scoop your stomach with your tummy in. Hands wide apart, and your elbows are bending. Breathe out, foam roller to the front, and your left shoulder wants to push a little bit more to the front. Breathe in. Left shoulder stretch down to your spine, to your pelvis. One more time, breathe in. And it's a long and wide curve while your arms are working and your shoulders are working. Come back, hand to the middle again, open up, nice way, back two. A little bit bigger, lift your pelvis. A big twist big bend to the side, come back, sit down. 2 more times. And enjoy. These are the nice movements of this class. Just enjoying to get loosen up your spine, move in every direction or any possible direction of the spine. Oh, I forgot to stay. So one more time. Stay one more time, breathe to your rib cage. Your shoulders are floating down. It's a long, long curve in your spine. So come back. Let your legs float to the front again, straighten up. Take your foam roller. Put your foam roller down on your thigh again. Give yourself a nice little spine stretch. Spine stretch means only the upper part. The thoracic spine and the head are in a big curve over your thighs. Breathe out, come back. If you want to give yourself a little stretch for the legs too, so start first, go down and then go a little bit further down. And now your pelvis, if it likes it, can move. And maybe you want to flex your feet and give the back of your legs a nice little stretch. Breathe in, point. Breathe out, flex all the time. Scoop your stomach, scoop your belly up to your back. And point your feet, breathe out, come back. So now we're missing one movement of the spine. Which would that be? Extending. So, if you like, you can bend your legs. If you like, you can stay if you're comfortable with this. Breathe out. Float up to the ceiling. Inhale. Extend your spine, the upper part of your spine, the thoracic spine. And exhale. Come back. Long spine. Inhale. Extend. And exhale. Come back. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Put your foam roller down. Let's do it together. Breathe out. Roll down all the way to a nice stretch on the side of your leg. Take your roller and come back up. Inhale and come down again. Breathe out all the way down. Inhale. It's a little bit faster then. Come up. Extend. And exhale. Down. Inhale. Extend. One more time. And exhale. Inhale. Now, twist again. Put your foam roller on one of your sides. Doesn't matter which one. And there's one nicer thing to do for the chest extension. Just go down for a second to your foam roller. Put your hands behind your head and give yourself a nice little stretch for the whole upper part of your spine, thoracic spine. Arms are opened, elbows are opened, and breathe. Now feel your spine, feel the breath opening up and closing your rib cage. Feel your pelvis floor working, feel the strength of your transversus muscle around your core. One last time. And then just leave one head in the at the back of your head, the other one between your rib cages. So this is the connection. When the rib cages are floating or are pulling down to your pelvis, that's when the upper and the down body are connecting. So that's very important for all of us. If you teach your people, it's a nice way to. Breathe out, sternum drop, and then let them feel how your ribs are connecting with your deep abdominal muscles. Breathe in, open again, stretch, and breathe up. Let your ribs connect and float down to your pelvis. 2 more times. It's nice too. It's a stretch on the one hand, and it's connecting and strength on the other side. One last time. Put both hands in the back of your head. Bring your feet up to the ceiling.
Start with centering, a little bit more. We need some more power. Breathe out, your right toe tipping to the floor. Breathe in, come back. Breathe out, left toe. Exhaling one more time, down to the floor. Inhaling, go back down. Exhale, both together. Toe tap, sternum drop. Inhale, go back. Exhale. Inhale, back down. One more time. Put your feet back to the floor or pull them up to you and give yourself a nice little assisted roll up to the seat.
Okay, so we have warmed up or mobilized the spine in every direction. So now it's getting a little bit more shaky, and we will go on with the stabilization and maybe little games playing on the Pilates foam roller. Sit down on your foam roller, and that's also a very nice thing for your people if they are new or they're not really sure about the pelvic floor, how to activate, how to feel. When you are sitting on the Pilates foam roller, you can feel your sitting bones really good on the sides of the foam roller, and there's this like very stupid picture. You just tell them, you know, think about you can grab the Pilates foam roller with your little sit bones, and then you can run around like in the room. So they will laugh. I mean, it looks stupid, I think, if like 20 people running around with a foam roller between their sitting bones. But it works because that's how you activate your pelvic floor. So let's do that. Elongate your spine. Find your neutral sitting position. We've already worked with the floating arms, so you can just let your arms flow to the front, your shoulder blades down to your spine. Make sure your feet are feet wide apart, a little bit smaller than the hip width. So sitting bones and the feet are in like one line. Breathe in, elongate. Breathe out, coccyx screw. Scoop your belly in. Just a little curl and see if it's shaky or if it's not shaky. Come back and lengthen up. Breathe out, center, coccyx curl. You can try to go a little bit deeper if you're still able to come back up, safe to the beginning. Exhale. Roll yourself a little bit more down. And if you think, well, that's boring, we can do something with the arms. Yes, we can. Arms to the ceiling and breathe out, connected with a big circle of your arms. Breathe in, stretch. And breathe out, circle. 2 more times. Breathe in and breathe out. And if you have a little bit more advanced class here, of course you can try it. If you know the backs are fine, there's no pain, nothing in the back hurting, go all the way back down and breathe out all the way back up. It's shaky, yeah, you have to center very good. Circle around, coccyx curl, vertebra by vertebra, you lie down on your foam roller. Might be too shaky to walk some of them, just let them stay with a curl down, with a little curl. One more time, because actually it's fun if you can do it. You can really find out how good you are centered. Lay back down, stay here. Put your arms to the side, really relax to the floor and pull your feet a little bit closer. So your heels and your knee joints are, or your feet underneath your knee joints, your heels. So make sure your spine is in the neutral position. You can pull your chin a little bit down, but there's no pressure in the muscles of your neck. Relax your whole thoracic spine here on your Pilates foam roller. You can enjoy maybe a little stretch between your shoulder blades. Further down, start to rock your pelvis, so just a little bit forward and a little bit back. To make sure to find your neutral position.
A little trick if you're not sure or your clients are not sure. Push your lumbar spine down into the foam roller and then just release. And normally it just is falling in the right position. Now you start to center again. Use the big muscle corset around your middle of your thorax to stabilize. And then start to shift your weight to one of your feet. And breathe out. Take as little strength as possible and let one knee float up to the ceiling. Breathe in, stay here, feel if it's shaky or not. And breathe out, come back all the way down. This is easy, you might have done it a million times before. So, of course, we will add some more things here. Next time, exhale, put your feet down. If you like, you can stay with only one leg or one knee going up to the ceiling. If you go further, there's one arm and one knee. Breathe out. And if you want to do it perfect, your arm and the foot of your sole are coming back to the floor at the same moment. Breathe out. Same time leaving. Long arm. Like your fingertips touching the ceiling. Breathe out. Same moment. Feet, sole of your feet. And arm back to the floor. Do you feel any side a little more shaky than the other side? That's interesting. Remember for later. Breathe out, exhale, come back down. If that's boring for you, well, sure, we can do more. Same leg, same arm. And as less shifting of weight as possible. And as less power as possible. Breathe out, let your deep abdominal muscles sink, connecting with the rib cage. And breathe out, come back down. One more time. If this is still boring for you, well, leave your arm up to the ceiling while your leg is going down to the floor. Next time, other arm and other knee floating up. And put only your feet back down. So maybe you have to widen up a little more your arms for more stability. Breathe out. Knee to the ceiling. Stay here. Is it shaky? Exhale, put your foot down. Exhale next time. Other knee. Is this side more shaky than the other side? What do you feel? And put your feet down. You can do this a couple of times, and if you still think, so boring, stay here. Connected with a little arm circle. Breathe out, let your arms go to the back, and breathe in, come around in a big circle. Breathe out, and breathe in, come back. 2 more times. Let's see how the other leg works. Put your foot back to the floor. Shift your weight, other leg. And change directions of your circle. Breathe in, your arms are going to the front. Breathe out, big circle around, up again to the ceiling. Breathe in to the front, and while your arms are circling around, pull your shoulder blades down to the pockets of your pants. 2 more times. Slowly enjoy the nice movement in the joints of your shoulder girdle. And then your foot back to the floor. Okay, stay here. Little sternum drop. Breathe out, sternum drop. Look to the front, make sure there's still a little glass able to stay here without any spilling of whatever's inside, maybe champagne, maybe, I don't know, the latte macchiato early in the morning. And breathe in, come back down. Exhale, half roll up, sternum drop, neutral position, breathe in, down. Yeah, still I know it's boring, but you know, maybe you want to lift up the lower part of your foot, your heel, and back. Try both sides. And if it's not shaky, or if it's okay shaky, not too shaky, you can still go on lifting again up. One leg, put it back down. Think about the principles of a movement, wide and long movements, and still relaxation where you can be relaxed, especially like your jaw and your face. Smile, it's always helping to relax your shoulders too. Last time, so we can stay up here. That's no problem, just stay and start with the breathing. Breathe in, your arms are floating up, and breathe out, down. Oh, and one more time. Long breath in and long breath out. 2 times. 2 times out. It's 100 breathing, but it's with the floating arms. 3 times. Activate your deep inner muscles and scoop in your belly. One more time. Put your foot down to the floor. Your hands are going back up to the ceiling. If you need a little relaxation for your neck, just let your head go from one side to the other. It might be nicer for you without the mic on your head. Shift your weight and the other one's floating up. Exhale. Come up again. Now, we're changing a little bit or playing with the movements. Breathe in 3 times and exhale only once. And change the arms. It's the 100 arms. So 1, 2, 3, breathe out long time. You can play with it 4 times. 2 times out. You can do whatever you want. Play with the breath, play with the shaky ground to activate your center. Stay for a second, make sure your heels are still on the floor, your whole sole of your foot connecting with the floor. Give yourself a nice little basic bridging up to your shoulder blades. Breathe in and stretch yourself. Elongate from one side to the other and stay for a moment. Lengthen from your knees to the crown of your head. And then breathe out, enjoy. Put each single vertebra back down and say hello while they are connecting again, and go back to your neutral spine position. One more time. You can do this as often as you like. Once, twice, 3 times. It's one of our favorite or nicest exercises. Breathe out, roll back, down. Connect your arms. Breathe in, arms are floating to the ceiling. Breathe out, roll up your spine. Breathe in, shoulder blades are down to the pockets of your pants. And when you breathe out, they will stay here and even give you a better stretch for your shoulder girdle. Breathe in, arms circling around. Breathe out, arms and your spine lifting up. Arms back, breathe in. And stay here while one by one the vertebrae are going down to the foam roller. One last time. Breathe out, come back up. And here, shift your weight to the left side of your foam roller. Roll back down. So that might be a little bit funny. See if now the weight is only on the left side of your back and your butt. Your head might stay centered if you like to. Or maybe it's on the left side, a little bit more weight. Breathe out again. Roll yourself up. Stay with a circle. Breathe in, breathe out, roll down. Is it shaky? Is it funny to roll down on one side of your back? Circle around with your arms. Only one more time. Roll up on the left side of your back. Breathe in, arms are going down. And breathe out, elongate a little bit more while putting vertebra by vertebra back down to your roll. Stay here. to your foam roller. Arms at the ceiling. If you like, you can put them on the floor and start with a leg arc. Put the knee above your hips and play a little. First, start. Open up your arms to the side. Feel your shoulder blades just nicely moving around, melting into your foam roller. And then start connecting your knee. Like a book, you open up. Make sure the right leg still connecting with the floor, the knee is looking up to the ceiling. Start playing only left knee, right arm. Does it make any difference while opening? What's happening if you open left knee and left arm? Maybe the movement is getting a little bit smaller. One more each side. Breathe out. Exhale. Open. Breathe in. Inhale. Come back. Exhale. Open the other side. Inhale. Come back up. Good. Put your foot down to the floor. Come back to the middle. One basic bridging right here so you can center again. Feel the middle of your spine. Breathe in. Arms are going back. And breathe out, stay. Pull your shoulder blades down onto your spine, connecting with your foam roller. Circle around. The arms are up and breathe out, come up to your shoulder blades. Move over to the other side of your shoulder blade. Right shoulder blade, right side of your head. And now roll down. And feel the right side of your back connecting with your Pilates foam roller. One more time with your arms. Breathe in, arms are going to the back. Breathe out, big circle, roll down on the right side of your back. Stay here. And now lift up your right knee. Feel if you're still in line, aligned somehow, and start open only your arms to the sides. Nice stretch in between shoulder blade muscles. Start open up your knee. And maybe you can feel a different on both sides. I can feel one. So maybe there's a side where it's harder to stay, harder to be centered. You can always move a little bit smaller. Make the movement a little bit smaller. Then start to open. Right knee, left arm. Still your left knees looking up to the ceiling. Other side, right arm, right knee. Oh, let's try. Oh, okay. This is more shaky than the other side for sure. And maybe just do this again. Okay. So, then put your foot back down. Come back to the middle. There's one last little tricky thing we do before you can go down and enjoy your mat, your really nice, soft mat. Your hands up to the ceiling. Breathe out. Put your right hand down to the floor. Your left knee is coming up. Relax your arm on the floor. Breathe out. Second arm. And the other leg. Okay. Then left leg down. Right up. Exhale. Put your right feet back to the floor. Left arm up. One more time. Stay always inhaling and moving and centering, exhaling. Exhale, left foot back. And exhale, come back to your starting position. Open up your arms. If you like, relax your neck, your shoulder girdle a little bit more. Shift from one side to the other. And on your favorite side, just let yourself, schwupps, come down to the floor and enjoy for a little second the feeling of your mat underneath your back and your pelvis. Okay, enough enjoying. Enjoyed. Take your little foam roller. This is one of my favorites. It's an assisted roll-up with a foam roller. If you know those little Christmas crackers or like New Year's crackers, you know, when two people pull from both sides, it's the same feeling. The hands are pulling up to your head, and your knees and your feet are pushing down to the floor. Try to keep your feet relaxed. Breathe out, exhale, roll up, like with a assisted roll up. Stay here. It's okay if your spine stays a little bit round. And then feet are pushing to the floor, hands are pulling up to your head, and let yourself go down, exhaling again. Inhale, stay, and long and wide. Wide, lengthen up your spine, rolling up. Stay here. Your collarbones are very far apart from each other. And exhale, scoop your abdominal muscles and come back down. One more time. Enjoy a little small movement.
Okay. And now, Pilates foam roller. Shift to the other side. And put your feet back to the back. So, stretching dog. We have done this a million times before, so maybe you haven't done it with the foam roller in this direction. You should try. It's very funny. It's a little shaky. And now, if you found there is one better leg, or you had one better leg balancing on your Pilates foam roller, let's see if it's the same shaky leg here when we do this little exercise. First of all, little cat stretch, and then elongate your spine, neutral position. Crown of your head is pulling to the front. Make sure your elbows are slightly bent. Your abdominal muscles pulling up to your back, and then shift your weight and breathe out. Long leg going to the back. Breathe in, feel the length and the lengthening. Breathe out, exhale, come back down. Shift your weight as little as possible. Breathe out, long leg, wide shoulders. Breathe out, exhale, come back. So, you can, if you're not sure, if you know which one was the shaky leg, is there a shakier one here? You might stay here for more than one in and exhale. Wait, see if it's easy to stay long, wide and deep shoulders, and then come back in. One more time, the other side. Make sure your hands are still underneath your sternum. Ooh, see my shaky side. And breathe out, come back. So put your foam roller to one side of your mat and come to the quadruped position. One more time, give you a little stretch, little cat stretch, and a little stretch to the other side. And from your cat stretch, straighten up, elongate, and move over to the side of your foam roller, to the other side. Breathe out. One arm, one leg going up in the stretching dog. Open up your arm to the side. Put your foot for a moment back down to the floor. Breathe out. Thread a needle position. Shoulder down to the floor. And breathe in. Come back and open up to the ceiling. Breathe out. Make sure your hip bones being parallel to the floor. Give yourself a nice little stretch in your shoulder girdle. And then breathe in, come back. So if you say, well, that's boring, I can do there a little bit more. Lift your foot up from the floor, your leg up from the floor, and breathe out while going down. Breathe in. Connect to the floor with your big toe and go back up. Let your arm go to the front. Let's do the other side. Of course, you can do some more repetitions. We have some more work to do here. So, one more other side. Other arm, the other arm and the other leg. Elongate, center, arm to the side. Put your feet down. Breathe out. Let your hip be parallel to the floor. Give yourself a nice little stretch and come back up. Breathe in, extend. If you like, maybe you want to go a little more on the twist. You get a little more stretch for your spine. If you want, you can do anything you like, as long as you know what you do it for. So, one more time. of course, and if you want, you can lift your feet up from the floor. Breathe in and breathe out. Let your right hip drop to the floor. Stay parallel and come back up. Arm to the front and go back to the child position for a little moment. Okay, breathe into your back. Give yourself a nice little relaxed moment. Maybe you like to breathe into your deep tummy muscles or your tummy again. But then scoop your tummy and roll up. Toxic curl all the way up, sitting position. So it's almost the end of our lesson, but I have, of course, little combination for you, something in the back lying or in the dorsal position. Roll yourself down. Make sure your foam roller comes with you somewhere, and then put your feet on your foam roller. Put your arms to the side. Relax your upper body. Long neck, relaxed shoulders. Move your foam roller a little bit to the front, a little bit to the back, and feel the sole of your feet moving over the foam roller. And then put it in the middle, and it's about underneath your knees. That will be the easiest for you. Start breathing out and start with your basic bridging. Take a moment to see if your foam roller is in the right position, if there's still weight on your collarbones or underneath your collarbones, so your neck can be free. Your feet are relaxed. And roll down one more time. And there's a principle of relaxation too. So make sure your legs are as relaxed as possible. Lift up your right knee to the ceiling. And if you like, you can straighten it up. Bend or straight. Roll down while your knee or your big toe is pointing up or pulling you up. Stay here. Arms are up to the ceiling. Sternum drop. Let your leg go down. Make sure you're very good centered. You can put your feet higher if you want to. And put your hands behind your head. Single leg stretch. Breathe out and breathe in. Whoops. Well, maybe you can make sure that your Pilates roll is still on your mat when you roll it to the front. 2 more times. Last time. Whoops. Stay here. Put your foot down. Put your arms back down. Breathe out. Right foot. You can put it down to your Pilates foam roller or to the ceiling and roll back up. Change. Shift your weight. Make sure your hip bones are still in one line. Knee or long leg up to the ceiling. And then melt down to the floor, vertebra by vertebra. Stay here. Put your arms up to the ceiling. Sternum drop, hands behind, and start. Well, if you like a little bit more, of course, you can do the twist with it. Single leg stretch with rotation. Last 2. Come back. Lay down with your upper body and roll back up. Put your foot down. And of course, if you want, you can always put your hands and your arms behind you. And you roll down, give yourself a little bit more stretch for your shoulder girdle. The arms relaxing, just sliding over the floor. And then breathe in, your knees just falling to the side in the frog position. Breathe out, straighten your legs. And breathe in, parallel. And breathe out. Now you need a little bit more strength just to push or pull the Pilates foam roller to your butt. This is relaxation. Breathe in and the frog. And straighten is relaxed. Turning parallel is relaxed, but now a little bit more power. One more time, the frog. Breathe in.
Breathe out, stretch your legs. Turn parallel, come back up. And this is the last exercise for today. One more time, roll up to your basic bridging position. Make yourself comfortable here. And now straighten up your legs. Whoops. And you can, it's a little bit shaky if you come there. And you now our leg pull back position. So this is the same with the feet on your Pilates foam roller. You can leave your arms on the floor if you want a little bit more. Then put them up to the ceiling. Breathe out. Lift your leg and breathe in. Put it back down. Breathe out. Long leg and breathe in. Make sure again your hip bones staying about the same position here. Make sure your ribs still connecting down to the pelvis. And then, of course, put your arms back, relax, roll down and try to get your lumbar spine to the floor before your butt. If you can do it, tell me, I can't. And relax. Arms sliding to the side. Come on and pull the Pilates foam roller to your butt and the frog. And then you can just stay here and relax for a little while. Enjoy your nice workout. And just breathe as normal, or breathe normal again. Breathe into your tummy. Your shoulders are relaxed, your feet and your legs are relaxed. And if you think this is not a very good position for lying, you might try the other way. So this might open up a little bit more the joint of your pelvis.
So I hope you have enjoyed this emotion system class, and I hope you found a lot of new ideas for you and for your class, of course. And don't forget, we have new exercises, new classes, new ideas on our website, so check it out. Enjoy. Thanks.